Hello, everyone. Take a deep breath with me. Pause for 1 second. Imagine this. The world is quiet. Not silent, but calm. You can hear your own thoughts. Something important is about to happen, but you don't know it yet. This is how many real stories begin. Not with noise, but with a soft moment. Welcome to the English Learning Podcast channel. I'm James, and today we are not just learning English, we are learning how to feel English, how to speak it like a storyteller. Amelia is here with me, and Amelia, I want to ask you something before we start. Have you ever had a small moment that later became a very big memory?
Oh, James, yes. And hello, everyone. I'm Amelia. I love how you started this because it feels like we are inside a story already. Yes, I've had many moments like that. At the time, they felt normal, simple, almost boring. But later, when I look back, I realize those moments changed me. And today, dear listeners, we want to help you talk about moments like that in English. Not fast English, not hard English, but calm, clear, emotional English. James, I think our listeners might be thinking, I want to speak like that, but I don't know how. What do you think?
I think you're right, Amelia. Many learners feel shy, they feel scared. They think, my English is not good enough. But today we will walk together, slowly, like friends. No pressure, no rush. We will show you how to turn a simple moment into a beautiful story in English. And I want to start with a question for everyone listening right now. Think quietly. What is one moment in your life that you will never forget? You don't need perfect words, just feel it. Amelia, I'll begin with my story, but I want to begin slowly, with a little mystery.
I love mystery. Go on, James. Take us there.
It was early morning. The sky was light blue, not bright yet. I was standing alone at a bus stop. I didn't know that this morning would teach me something important about myself, about courage, and about speaking up. At that time, my English was not strong. I was nervous every day, but that morning changed everything. Amelia, can you feel that moment already?
Yes, I can. And listeners, notice something important here. James is using very simple words. Morning, sky, alone, nervous. But the feeling is strong. This is what we want you to learn. English is not about big words. It is about clear feelings. James, please continue. I'm listening, and I know our listeners are too.
Thank you, Amelia. So let me take you back. At that time, I had just moved to a new place, new city, new people, new language around me every day. I could understand some English, but speaking was very hard. My mouth felt heavy, my mind felt slow. When people talked to me, my heart beat faster. I was afraid to make mistakes. I was afraid people would laugh. Maybe you feel like this too.
I want to stop you here for a moment, James. Listeners, if you feel this fear, you are not weak. You are human. Fear is very common when learning a new language. I felt it too when I learned another language. My hands would shake. My voice would become quiet. James, what did you feel in your body at that time?
That's a great question. I felt tight. My shoulders were tense. My stomach felt uncomfortable. And the worst part was my thoughts. I kept thinking, don't speak, you will sound silly. So I stayed quiet. On the bus, at work, at the shop, I was silent even when I had something to say. And that silence started to feel heavy, like carrying a bag full of stones.
That image is very powerful. A bag full of stones. Listeners, remember this. Using pictures in your mind helps your English sound alive. James didn't say, I felt stressed. He showed the feeling. James, what happened that morning at the bus stop?
Ah, yes, the bus stop. A woman was standing next to me. She looked lost. She was holding a map, turning it around again and again. I could see confusion on her face. She looked at me and smiled. Then she asked me a question in English. A simple question, but my heart jumped.
Oh, this is the moment. I can feel the tension. Listeners, notice how James is slowing down. This helps your listening skills. James, what was the question?
She asked me, "Is this the bus to the city centre?" Such a simple question. I knew the answer, but my fear was louder than my knowledge. For 1 second, I wanted to pretend I didn't hear her. I wanted to look away. Amelia, have you ever had a moment like that?
Yes, many times. And listeners, maybe you are nodding your head right now. That moment when you know the answer, but fear blocks your voice. James, what did you do next?
I took a deep breath, just like we did at the start of this podcast. One deep breath. And I remembered something my teacher once said. She said, "Perfect English is not needed. Honest English is enough." So I opened my mouth and I spoke. Slowly, not perfect, I said, "Yes, this bus goes to city centre."
I love that. And listeners, did you notice the small mistake? Go and then goes. And guess what? That is okay. James communicated. The woman understood. James, what happened next?
She smiled bigger. She said, "Thank you so much." That was it. 2 sentences. Very simple. But inside me something changed. It felt like one stone fell out of my heavy bag. I felt lighter. I felt proud. And the bus arrived just then, like the world was saying, "Good job."
That is such a beautiful image. The bus arriving at the right moment. Listeners, this is how you turn daily life into a story. James, how did that moment change your day?
All day I felt different. I spoke more. I asked questions. I still made mistakes, but I didn't stop. That small answer at the bus stop gave me courage. It taught me that English is not about being perfect, it's about connection.
Connection. That word is important. Language connects people. And dear listeners, you can practice this too. You can start small, a greeting, a simple answer. James, if you could talk to your past self at that bus stop, what would you say?
I would say, speak. Even if your voice shakes, speak. And Amelia, I think this is a message our listeners need today.
Thank you, James. Now I want to share my story. And listeners, listen closely because my story is quiet, just like James's. Mine happened in a small cafe. I was sitting alone, trying to read a book in English. I was pretending to read, but honestly, I was just looking at the pages.
I think many listeners understand that feeling very well.
Yes, the waiter came to my table. He smiled and asked, "Are you enjoying the book?" Such a kind question. But again, fear came. I wanted to answer in my own language, but I stopped myself. I smiled back and said, "Yes, it is slow but nice." My grammar was not perfect. My pronunciation was not perfect. But the waiter smiled and said, "Take your time, enjoy it."
That's such a gentle moment.
It is, and it taught me something. When we speak slowly, people listen slowly. They are patient. The world is kinder than we think. Listeners, you don't need fast English. You need honest English.
Now, dear listeners, it's your turn. Not to speak out loud yet, but to think. Choose one small moment, a bus, a shop, a school, a phone call, and ask yourself simple questions. Where were you? Who was there? How did you feel? Amelia, why are these questions important?
Because stories are built from simple answers. You don't need big ideas, you need clear feelings. James, maybe we can guide them step by step.
Yes, let's do it together. Imagine your moment. Start with time. It was morning, or it was night. Then place. I was at home, or I was at work. Then feeling. I felt nervous. I felt happy. This is enough to begin.
And listeners, you can pause this podcast and try. Speak slowly. Listen to yourself. Don't judge, just speak.
As time passed, I kept practicing. Small talks, small stories, and slowly my fear became smaller too. Amelia, learning English changed not just my language, but my confidence.
That's beautiful, James. And listeners, this can be your story too. Every day is a chance. Every conversation is practice. Even listening to this podcast is practice.
Exactly. And remember, mistakes are not enemies, they are teachers.
When I look back at my early English days, I smile. I don't feel shame, I feel respect for myself. I tried, and that matters.
Yes, be kind to your past self, be patient with your present self, and be hopeful for your future self. Dear listeners, your life is full of stories. Simple stories, quiet stories, brave stories, and you can tell them in English.
Speak slowly, feel your words, and remember, we are here with you.
Thank you for spending this time with us on the English Learning Podcast channel.
Until next time, keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in yourself.
See you soon.